Ni hao and welcome back to the People's Republic of China, where we're getting ready to start the action in the FIBA 3x3 Chengdu Masters. We are about to get going on the main draw of this 13th stop in the 2023 FIBA 3x3 World Tour season. We're back in Chengdu for the fourth time as we hosted the Masters here in 2017, 18, and 19. As you can see, the weather's picked up a little bit here in the panda capital of China. The sun has come out. We are at a comfortable 20 degrees Celsius. Take a look at the Twin Towers. Those things are lit up at night. I saw some pandas projected on them yesterday. It was just crazy. This venue in a beautiful spot. That's me, Boss Rosendahl, a.k.a. The Mountain. I got to give a little shout out to my baby girl. I know she's watching. Sar, hi. Hello. Check out my Chinese colleagues over here. They're joining me, hosting the stream on Weibo. And we got a crazy entertainment crew out here in Chengdu. Take a look again at Jiaozu Boulevard, where our venue is located. We're going to be seeing those Twin Towers light up, but we're going to be seeing the courts light up as well. That is DJ Lass, our Olympic DJ. He's holding it down with the cutest panda hat of all time. He's going to be spinning records from now until sundown. And that's our MCs hosting here. MC Noah Lazarus. There you go. It's good. But you know what? Before we get any farther, it is time to get y'all reintroduced to the rules of our game, 3x3.
Welcome to the world of 3x3, baby. It's an exciting new brand of basketball. You got two teams of 3 players on the court, and you got 1 player sitting on the bench here with me. Playing on the half court with 1 rim. With the official 3x3 basketball made especially for the fast-paced outdoor game. The first team to 21 points is your winner, or the team with the most points after 10 minutes. You have just 12 seconds on the shot clock, and the clock is ticking, baby. Anything inside the arc is worth 1 point, while anything outside the arc is worth 2. That's how I do, baby. And once you score, the ball doesn't stop. Offense turns to defense just like that. It's a 10-minute sprint.
It is a 10-minute sprint, and we have 12 of them today to figure out who will advance to the finals day tomorrow. To have an opportunity to win Masters number 13 on his record-setting 18-city World Tour. Take a look at your schedule so far. It started out with a lot of Huishan and E. They won 6 in a row. Then some other teams got in the mix, leading up to a Shanghai Masters victory for Team Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy last week. They're going to be here as well. This is your race to the final. This one is an important one as we try to get set for the Jeddah Finals on the World Tour this year. Team Sunwon, you see sneaking in 12th there. There's some teams in this tournament on the outside looking in. So this one for sure is going to be a very important one regarding that. These are your pools. Oop is going to be meeting up with Lausanne and Sansar, MMG Energy. Vienna, Sunwon, and Omaha is going to be Pool B action, but we're going to start you off with Pool A, of course. We will start off with Oop, Huishan, and E, and Sansar, MMC Energy from Mongolia. They, Oop, well, you guys know them already. I mean, I don't have to introduce these guys at all. They are your defending 2022 World Tour champions. They started the year with 6 straight victories. Sansar, they haven't had a victory against Oop at all, but you know what? That's not weird because Oop, they have dominated, even though it's been a little bit shoddy of late. They started the season again with a record-breaking 6 wins, but have since placed 5th, 4th, and 4th. That could be a song. Anyway, you know, let's save the singing for other people out here. But they will look to right the ship here in Chengdu after a couple of finals misses. He's got a ridiculous 86% win percentage on the season. And you know what? They have a good team here in this one. They just so happen to have the #1 player in the world on their squad, Strahinja Stojacic. Dr. Strange leads the field through 13 Masters in player value, points, highlights, key assists, rebounds, drives, blocks, double fives, triple fives, and made 2-point shots. I had to take a breather before that. There you go. There's that man, Dr. Strange. He's joined by living legend Dejan Majstorovic Brankila, a.k.a. Marko Brankovic, and Huishan Liu. And again, they're going to look to right the ship here as the last 4 Masters haven't gone in their favor, which is to speak to their standard of excellence. Their first bump in the road might be Sansar MMC Energy. These Mongols have one of the more potent offensive young weapons in 3x3 on this squad with Anand Aryumbold, aka the Archer. This year they put the team in his hands and he's delivered, leading his team at 7.1 points per game. There he is. He's joined by Ulaanbaatar Omaha, Ikbatar Ulaanbaatar, and Mukchudur Nasambat. And they are your number 9 seed out here in Chengdu. See, the venue is already quite filled up for this one. Plenty of people making it out here to Jiaozu Boulevard. Let's see who's going to bring home the coin toss here as we start you off with Pool A action here on day 1 in Chengdu. We're going to be here till tomorrow night figuring out who's going to win this one. These are your officials in this game, Edmund Ho and Donald Quinn. Again, his team, again, trying to right the ship. They did get a challenger win a week and a half ago in Doha. There's your world #1. Like you said, we might be able to count, or we might have to count the stat categories that he doesn't lead the field, which is ridiculous. Think about it. They didn't pick up a win in Doha, but they came short again in the FIBA Challenger in Doha this week. Aryumbold on the other side, the Archer, his 2-point percentage is down from last year a little bit, 22% from behind the stripe. He's known to hit some big shots. The head-to-head against these teams against each other has not been in Sansar's favor, let me tell you. They played 3 times, and 3 times Ub has come away with a victory. And we are about to get it on. The Brankila will receive it at the high post. A miscue with Majstorovic, and well, that one sailed out of bounds.
Shout outs DJ Last, making it last. And big shout outs Baz the Mountain. They're doing a lot of play-by-play.
Brankovic receives the pass underneath, easy seal, but that is not a make. He blows the layup underneath. And a no clear on Team Sansar. As Nasambat Mukchudur tried to get to the cup, but there was, again, no clear on that pass. So a turnover as a result. Brankovic to Stojacic. Stojacic out to Brankovic. Brankovic from 2. And Ub's on the board. Can Sansar and MMC Energy answer a midi pull-up? That goes down. Pretty shot there by Ulaanbaatar Ulaanbaatar. Majstorovic lobs it up to Liu underneath, takes his time off the glass, and good. A 3-1 lead for Ubir to start the game.
Hands it off. Snakes.
Lodi in the lane. That is no good, so Ub will regain possession. We've been playing for a minute now. It's strange. They've gone to Liu. This time he gets hacked. So Huishan Liu will step up to the line. And we'll try for one free throw, as that is Sansar's first foul.
And then Huishan. Free throw.
And that is cash. So 4-1 lead for Ub here. Sansar. An offensive foul called.
Offensive foul on the screen.
Extended arms on that one, which you cannot do. So again a Ub possession, and again a Broncula to move up to a 6-1 lead here. We've only been playing for a minute and a bit. The Beast.
Cross-court pass. The Maestro.
Marstorovic with the jab and the make, and it's raining twos out here in Chengdu, even though the sun's out. Sansar started the game with the Archer on the bench, and the sharpshooting has been on the Ub side. Now Broncula finishes again. It's 9-1, and Anand Aryambol hasn't even seen the court yet.
Foul.
Brankovic to Stojic, in and out, kicks it out. The Maestro, that's string music. There you go. 11-1.
Keeping the pressure on.
A floaty in the lane for Sansar, again comes up short, so it's a pretty one-sided contest here.
Strong. A nice hustle.
Good hustle by Dr. Strange. So I'm going to have to check, but the Archer is not coming off the bench. And even though there's been some whistles, I'm quite unsure what's going on. He is the star of this team, Sansar MMG Energy. There might be some injury issues. Either that, or he's just trying to save himself for the second game. I'm completely not sure. We'll get you some more info as we go.
7 minutes 33 seconds. So
take a look at Stojic. He stepped out of bounds receiving that pass, and I do believe we're taking a look at that. .4 seconds on the shot clock. 3.4 seconds on the clock. And Dr. Strange will receive the check. He goes to the cup. 1 second left, and a foul on the shot. Foul number 3 on Sansar. And Dr. Strange will step up to the charity stripe to try to extend this lead in a game that's been pretty one-sided, to be honest with you. Free throw, buckets. Oh, all right. Sansar, they get a bucket. And now it's Dr. Strange again. They look for Liu down there. Liu spins off the glass with the lefty, no good. Dr. Strange, though, with the quick hands. A 13-2 lead after 3 minutes of play here for Ub.
All right, so once again, y'all, whenever you see that QR code, please scan it. Poster
see some highlights. It's going to be highlights of Team Ub, Huishan, and E mainly, because Sansar right now playing with 3 players and looking a bit lost out here.
Bring out your phone, scan that QR code. And don't worry, we're going to show y'all what y'all will win, but we're going to build some suspense.
All right, back to it.
Nice
Down
pass.
low. Ulaanbaatar and Ulaanbaatar with the nifty layup there. Sansar is up to 4 points, but a deficit like that against an Ub team is difficult to try to cut into. Now it's another foul on Team Sansar with Huishan at the line. Yu puts in the free throw, and Ub again's at a 10-point lead. So Arjen Bold apparently missed the last challenger because of an injury, and he might still be dealing with the lingering effects. So I'm not sure if he is saving himself for a later game or if he is unable to go. We'll get you updated on that soon. Meanwhile, we take a look as Ulaanbaatar misses that one badly. Majstorovic to the cup, floaty off the glass, that's good. 15-4, and his scores getting ugly. Underneath, oh, and one. Ulaanbaatar and Ulaanbaatar.
And one. Move. Number 3, Ulaanbaatar.
Take a look as Ulaanbaatar and Ulaanbaatar finishes through the contact. He'll step up to the line and try to add a free throw to his tally. He does just so. Splash. Dr. Strange underneath. Nifty move. Fakes and makes 16 of 6.
Step back shot.
Sansar gets their own rebound this time. It's Ulaanbaatar and Ulaanbaatar again. He's the one bright spot for this Sansar team right now. Pretty pass, but a block underneath as Huishan Liu gets denied. Brankovic going to the cup, spinning. Nothing on the shot there. Uses one of his take fouls to get a substitution. So that's foul number 4 on Ub. Ulaanbaatar and Ulaanbaatar will take the check here. Another shot from the outside goes down. Ulaanbaatar.
Sansar trying to close the gap here. He approached the halfway mark.
Ulaanbaatar passes it in on Ulaanbaatar. Now Ulaanbaatar getting blocked down there. Dr. Strange gets one of his tentacles out on that Wilson. He almost smacked that into the camera. Last second heave, no good. So Ub will regain possession here. Strange will take a seat. Liu will step back out in the court. Brankovic gets a screen from the Maestro. Working behind the screen, dropping it off to the legend, and Majstorovic, he knows what to do with that. Don't leave that man open behind the 2-point arc. Ulaanbaatar keeps on shooting. All right. Sansar 18-11.
Bang, bang. 2 for 2 special.
And Maestro's open again. 2 in a row for the Maestro, who tickles the line on that one. It's 20-11. Sansar, they keep shooting themselves They're trying to shoot themselves back into this game, but that one didn't go. And with Ub at game point, with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go, it's safe to say this one might end before the limit. Ulaanbaatar, and now it's Dr. Strange game in his hands, no good. Liu doesn't get the board. Ulaanbaatar flips it back on Ulaanbaatar. Another 2-point shot goes down for Sansar. Keep creeping closer, 20-14 now. Strange spins, scoops, and that is all she wrote as Ub takes this one, 21-14. In what seemed a one-sided contest at first, Sansar found some light in the second half of this game, but it was not enough. Ub with the easy victory in this one, 21-14.
大屏幕当中的二维码，并且发出你自己最美最帅的自拍，就有可能得到我们官方所评选出的最美球迷。哪一位最美球迷被评出之后，就有机会得到利曼队的亲笔签名的球衣。想要球衣，赶紧拿出手机扫描屏幕当中的二维码。
And we do have more games, and if you guys are there, zoom in with your phone. It means pinch and zoom to get that QR code, okay?
要记住，一定是要拍出你在场地当中的自拍照。我们再一次去有请的提醒各位球迷，拿出手机扫描我们的二维码，就有机会得到利曼队的亲笔签名的球衣。
And we're gonna find out later today who's gonna take home this signed Team Liman jersey. It's very exciting. Chengdu 3x3, City of Chengdu, CDHT. And of course, our international sponsors, Wilson the Official Ball, Chexico Global Partner, and official timekeeper, Maurice Lecroix.
在这边也要感谢一下比赛的官方合作伙伴，他们分别是官方用球 Wilson 以及官方计时爱美计时，官方合作伙伴 Shoot to Go 以及中粮可口可乐，并且要感谢成都高新区管委会对于本次比赛的大力支持。
Once again, be sure to scan that QR code as we are going to have more games throughout the day. And upload your photo, most creative picture will take home a signed Team Liman jersey.
再次友情的提醒各位球迷，拿出手机扫描屏幕当中的二维码，把自己最帅最美的自拍照投放到我。
The World Tour.
Coming up next, our main draw game 2. And we have Team Vienna from Austria versus Team Omaha from USA.
下场比赛将会是 B 组的一场对决，两边的球队分别是维也纳对阵来自于美国的奥马哈。
All right, so we are about to get ready to get Pool B action underway. Take a look, Vienna, San Juan, and Omaha. We'll try to see who comes out of there. I know you guys enjoyed the overhead shots of Jalzo Boulevard and our beautiful venue. But you know what? It's time to get back in action. Vienna, Omaha stepping on deck. Vienna have won 7 of their last 10 World Tour games. And Omaha, well, they came out of the quarterfinals but didn't manage to the semifinals last week. Vienna, they did drop some of their momentum last week in Shanghai where they lost to Team Antananarivo in the quarterfinals. They looked very, very good in pool play. They also got to the finals in the previous 2 Masters, even picking up a win in Amsterdam in the 100th Masters ever. They have spent the week out here in China practicing and will look to try to get things started in what's looking like a very tough pool, to be honest with you. They got their balanced offense on display as Enis Murati, Nico Kaltenbrunner, Matthias Linortner, and T'Challa. Quincy Diggs come out. All these guys average between 4 and 6 points per game, so there's not one clear threat on offense. All of them can put it in the bucket. And they are facing Team Omaha. who steps up to the plate here with just 3 players. They squeezed through pool play last week in Shanghai, and that propelled them into a semifinals run. They finished 4th. And let's see if these 3 guys can repeat the process, especially in this tough Pool B with Vienna and Juan ready to go. They did lose to Vienna and Shanghai in pool play 17-13 last week, but it's a new Masters, a new opportunities. These are your 3 fellas: Trey Bardsley, Air Parrott, and Big Mitch Hahn. They're going to try to keep their stamina up in this one and try to see if they can improve on last week's 17-13 defeat against Vienna. Air Parrott might be a big reason why, because he came through in Shanghai last week with some highlights, some crazy action. These are your referees in this one. Turned around, left to right, I don't even know. Edmund Ho and Cecilia Toth representing Hong Kong and Hungary. As players get warmed up just a little bit, take a look at our star profiles. That is Matthias Linortner. He leads Team Vienna in scoring. He's world ranked number 12, and he is one of the most underrated players in the game, I believe. On the other side, here we go. There is James Air Parrott, the 33-year-old, made the transfer from Team New York Harlem last year to this Team Omaha, and has picked up the slack. He's led them in scoring so far, and he's also led them in dunks. I gotta say, this man is a walking highlight. He came through with some lob plays last week. Take a look at him as a threat to hurt the Schelde rim here. Again, Team Omaha last week, they couldn't really buy a bucket from the outside in that game against Team Vienna. They barely got any 2-point shots to go down. And Team Vienna, they are known for their shooting, so it's an uneven matchup. It's also uneven in the fact that Omaha steps up here with 3 players. Again, that's a choice by the team. They played last weekend with 4. They couldn't get 4 players out here, I believe, so now they are with 3. I did see these fellas, or at least Trey Bardsley, in the Netherlands in the pro leagues in the past season, win with 3 players. So they have some pedigree when it comes to playing shorthanded, as they came to the Netherlands and then lost Mitch Hahn to an injury. Bardsley was electric in that one. He's the best shooter on the team. His percentages may have dropped a slight bit after last week, as he didn't shoot it all that well, but on the season, from the 2-point arc, he's still in the pro circuit, at least above 40%. In the World Tour, not so much. Last week he was only 18% from the 2-point line, so let's see if he can improve on that, and that's going to be one of the factors that decides this game. We are about to get underway here in Pool B action. Here we go. The burner to Lee Nortner. Lee Nortner tried to get things started. That was in and out, though. Kaltenbrunner again. Fresh shot clock here for Vienna. Kaltenbrunner on his way to the rack. He lays it in, and Vienna's up and on the board. Omaha, can they answer? Bardsley looking for space. Now it's Hahn pulling up from the outside. That's 2 up and 2 down. Midwest stand up. Omaha's up here. E. Nice loses the rock. Bardsley comes away with it. Steps back and gets another 2-point shot to go down. So, okay, these fellows starting the game off hot. Must have eaten some hot pot here in the week. I haven't tried hot pot. I got you, but I'm waiting until after the tournament, because that stuff will put you on fire. Anyway, Nortner, use a down screen for him. Now it's E. Nice open for 2. No good on that one. Showing the reverse of what happened last week. This time it's Omaha bringing the heat from the 2-point arc, and now it's Parrott on the rack attack. That hesitation was mean. That turnover will result in another possession for Omaha. Take a look again at the hang time by Air Parrott. He's got flight mode on already.
Oh, nice head fake.
Bardsley this time side rims it. And now it's Kaltenbrunner down there. He's a big guard, ladies and gentlemen. Misses the shot, but he's going to try to post up Trey Bardsley. They did that last week as well. This time Kaltenbrunner is fouled.
And he earns a trip to the charity stripe.
And a trip to the stripe for young Kaltenbrunner. Gets that one to go down. Some good defense as well.
Turnover.
场上比分来到了5-2。
Possession team Vienna.
Big this time. They go for Kaltenbrunner underneath again. He's deterred though by Bardsley.
Swoops in for the board.
Omaha, they got Parrott on the crossover again. It's a miss. And his long arms corral the board. Parrott on the fadeaway, no good. Bardsley takes the cookies of Kaltenbrunner. It's Hunt underneath the Bardsley, falling away with the scoop. That was a pretty shot, I have to say. That's crap. Kaltenbrunner again attacking Bardsley. They keep going at him. This time, Mitch Hanzo coming through with a big block. Take a look. Big Mitch says, no thank you. Take that back with you, please.
Six, 2. 8 minutes, 7 seconds. Still early in the game.
So we are almost 2 minutes into this one. Omaha have taken the lead. And I have to say their defense has been pretty good. Let's see if they can keep their stamina up playing with 3. No substitutions for these fellas. They're going to have to use their fouls and timeouts wisely. So they're correcting the shot clock now. It's taking a little bit of time to do just that. Take a look at our table crew. And there's legend Ales Kunch.
Resetting the shot clock and making sure the right amount of time is left. All right.
首先要确认一下这次进攻的时间。
Now the shot
在
clock
我们
seems to
3
be
对3的比
unresponsive.
赛规则当中，每一次的进攻时间为12秒，有别于传统的5对5的篮球比赛24秒。在3对3的比赛当中，一次进攻的时间只有12秒。
A reminder as well, please follow FIBA 3x3 on all social media. That's FIBA 3x3, Youku, Sinoebo, and TikTok.
Parrott, Cresswell.
比赛继续。
Out to Hahn. Hahn looking for space. Pulls up 2. That one's no good. Board ends up in Bardsley's hands. Though Air Parrott on a rack attack. And again, Omaha with the board. Bardsley now, he's fouled in the drive. Business decision by Matthias Lenortner. Calculating as the math man that he is that foul would probably be more logical than a bucket. So a take foul on Vienna there. That is their first.
With the elbow.
Hahn.
Active hands. Lenortner.
Parrott puts his head down, flips it back to Hahn. Hahn from the outside. Another big shoot for Big Mitch. 8-2 Omaha. Diggs.
That's a foul.
And a offensive foul called on Lenortner. Take a look at this big shot again by Big Mitch.
Ball. Bardsley.
Now it's Bardsley on the high post, denying the screen, getting run over.
哇，这是一次比较凶狠的犯规，拉倒了进攻队员。
Vienna looking all kinds of out of sorts here. After 2.5 minutes of play, they've only gotten 2 points down. Their offense has not been clicking. In Omaha, they've been lights out from beyond the arc.
3对3的比赛源于街头。
They
run a high post play for Bardsley. Bardsley looking for space. They lob it up to Parrott. There's nothing there though. Play was snuffed out, but you know what? Omaha, they keep getting the rebound. Parrott misses that one barely. But Omaha have been dominant on the boards. And, been creating second chance opportunities for themselves. And again, Vienna, they have not. They've only scored 2 points. Be nice. Still at 2. Big Mitch, big board. Now it's Bardsley. Another foul called on Vienna. Parrott got 3 for 1, but decided to use a take foul. That's the 4th foul in Vienna, and that will get us to our first TV timeout. And Omaha's in control of this one. They're up 8-2 on the back of some hot shooting. Vienna, they have not been able to get any shots to go down from the outside. Kaltenbrunner's got, I think, both points for them. And Big Mitch coming up big here.
这比赛我们看到了，在绿队这边，来自于美国的奥马哈球队只有3名球员应战。场上比分目前是奥马哈8比2暂时领先。
Bardsley.
Oh, Bardsley dancing. Bardsley fading away. The shot no good. Another rebound for Team Omaha. This time it goes down to Omaha. They've been getting every board. Like they're collecting board games. It's a 9-2 lead for them.
在奥马哈队这边，我们看到了他们有非常灵活的身形，在场上打得非常的矫健和灵敏。
Vienna. Kaltenbrunner this time. Still a lid on the basket for Team Vienna.
Bardsley
to Big Mitch. He pulls up for 2 again. Same spot, different result this time though. Good hands by Mitch as this time Parrott goes up with it.
draws the foul.
So Omaha's just brought more energy in this one so far. They're better on the boards. They get to the loose balls. I wonder how long they can keep that up. Again, they're playing with 3 Parrots this time. Going left, getting by the Black Panther, and it's a foul again. So 6th foul on Vienna this time. He was already in his shooting motion, so James Parrott on the line.
开始一次投篮犯规动作，所以将会只是一次罚球。
No percentage of the season's at almost 60. And that will raise the percentage a little bit. 8-point lead for Omaha here.
场上评分已经是来到了10
Be
比
nice.
2。
Evading the long arms of Air Parrott. Controlling the skies.
非常精彩的假动作，成功的滑起了防守队员，并且是造成犯规。同样一次罚球 one shot。
Inez Murati on the line for 1.
Free throw, splash.
And that finally gets the lid off the bucket for Vienna. Again, after 4 minutes of play, have managed 3 points. Air Parrott, how did he get his arms back there?
Swoops in for the layup.
Somehow gets that layup in.
篮下再添1分。
Bardsley now open for 2. That goes down. Omaha out to the races here, 13-3.
Fits the deuce with the juice.
又是来自于奥马哈队的2号小个球员特里，今天在这场
Looks
比
like
赛
2
当中，
players collided in mid-air. Mitch Huan is shaking up on the play.
Mid-air collision.
He somehow reached all the way back there and got that. Huan is still down.
Oh, Mitch Huan. Hope he's all right.
Hope he's doing all right.
在奥马哈这边有
Got hit.
球员倒地，要知道这场比赛奥马哈全队只有4名球员应战。
Guard Quincy Diggs out there.
球员响起我们的掌声好吗？
Both players shake hands though. Show sportsmanship.
让我们为他的运动员精神来鼓励，加油！
13-3, Omaha with the lead. We are 40 seconds away from the halfway mark. Quincy Diggs at the line for Team Vienna.
距离这场比赛结束的时间还有5分40秒，目前场上的比分形势来到13-3。
After taking a look at that one, the officials
已经是来到了6次。
continue the game here. Quincy Diggs from the stripe, and that's no good. The Norther underneath.
The rebound from the North.
They bring it out to Carlton Bruner. Bardsley almost got the steal. Carlton Bruner gets it back. Carlton Bruner by himself. Easy layup. Vienna's at 4.
Straight down Broadway.
Paired again. Now it's Han. Han going to the rack. Off one leg. No good.
And hit to deep
An
down.
offensive foul now called on Vienna. That is number 7. They are going to be in the bonus with that one, but it's an offensive foul, so no free throw.
That's team foul number 7.
But this
on
game
Vienna.
is a complete
So that
reverse
puts them in a penalty, however, no free throws
of last
and
week's
an
game
offensive
where
foul.
Omaha couldn't buy a shot and Vienna raced out. Now Omaha's out to the lead and Vienna just having a lot of trouble scoring. Parrott behind the back, that's a steal though. Now he has to deal with Carlton Bruner down there. They need Enis Murati open. Not a smart choice. That is a shooter, ladies and gentlemen. He rewards it with a knockdown.
Teamwork
So
makes the
Vienna
dream work.
have found a little bit of offense
Team Vienna
leading up to the halfway mark of the game here.
chip away at the lead. Now got it down to 7. Team Omaha looking to add to their lead here.
奥马哈队全队3个4已经是来到了7次。
Big Mitch hands it off to Bardsley. Bardsley pulls up for 2, and they've been money from beyond the arc.
Hits the deuce.
又是奥马哈这边小个队员特里两分再中。
Easy drive, but they're fighting 2s and 1s. Bardsley again, they flip it back to Parrott for a pull-up. Parrott
Strong.
can't add to the tally.
Captain Burger Boy.
And Omaha, I think their strategy is to try to end this one early because, you know, again, 3 players, you get tired after a little bit. So they're going to try to shoot their way out of this one. Bardsley again, front rims it this time.
Find the rim. Too deep. Tosses it
Now
high.
it's Murati underneath.
Murati.
Looking for contact on
Using
Parrott,
the
then an
body.
offensive
Using
foul's called
offensive foul.
as he used his off arm to clear some space. Foul number 8 on Vienna.
Going to Bose. Warning issued.
I believe a warning is issued on Team Vienna here.
这边维也纳队的球员被裁判
Again,
警告一
they
次。
looked a little bit out of sorts in this one, only 8 points.
Han.
Mitch Han underneath, working on Quincy Diggs, turning around. That's almost down,
In and out.
but it rolls out.
Hamburgers.
Now it's Diggs by himself. Easy layup. So Vienna again found the scoring touch in the last minute or so, storming back into this one. Parrott crosses over, sauces it up.
James Parrott.
Off the glass, James Parrott.
Hit him with the flyness.
Murati.
Out of bounds.
That one's still going.
比赛来到本场的 TV timeout 媒体暂停时刻。
So that will get us to our second TV timeout. Vienna's found some offense, but they are fighting from way behind. Omaha, this might be the point of the game where they start running out of gas a little bit.
Santi, Andy, let's ask the crowd. Who here is cheering for
We'll see.
Team Vienna? Make
Who
some
can use
noise.
these last 3 minutes or 40 seconds in their favor. Omaha started the game dominant on the boards. Again, I don't know. That
Who here is
hurt to
cheering
look
for
at.
Team
As
Omaha?
Parrott
Make some noise.
somehow got his shoulder to work in a way that mine don't. Bardsley
We got a crowd favorite.
steps back. Trey Bardsley, another 2. I told you he's a shooter. Omaha up 18-9. Make that 18-10 though. T'Challa.
Once again, all the way to the rack with the attack.
Oh. Oh, X marks the spot, but he passes that one out of Mitch Han's hands.
Out of bounds. Little miscommunication off the penetration.
Take a look at Bardsley, who completely loses Murati. Knocks another one down. Murati now tries 1 for 2. And that's an and one. That might give some oxygen to this team, Vienna. That's their 12th point, and he can add a score to that. Take a look. E nice. Gets hit on the contest by Han there. And this free throw might be life for Team Vienna. We're looking at a comeback. Couldn't score the first 5 minutes of the game. Murati misses the free throw though. Bardsley finds air forward underneath. And he scratches his back on that one. My goodness, he brought the Mjolnir on that one. Take a look.
All the way back.
2 hands to safety.
Shoulder blades with it.
And I'm sure Philip Kramer, the hammer, is looking at home proudly. Even though it's not his team, this was a hammer dunk.
And it's a 5-point lead for Team Omaha.
Murati is keeping his team into things, but it's paired on the loose again. Gliding in. And Omaha's at game point.
Explosive. Score 2014.
I told you air parent was going to be in effect. He's turned his drone mode on and is flying out here in our Chengdu venue. 2 dunks for him. And Omaha's at game point. And even though they're playing with 3, they have been in the zone like a meditating monk.
Team Vienna looking to strike back here. Still a lot of time. However, the score not on their side.
They find Murati again. This time he gets defended well and ends up taking a step too many. So with about 3 minutes to go, Omaha's got the game ball in their hands. Paired. They look for Bardsley. Bardsley pulls up for another 2-point shot. That's good. And Bardsley almost ran over the scorer's table after that one. Team Omaha just raced out to a big lead. Take a look at Bardsley from the Enlio logo. Splashes in another one. Tickles the bottom of the net. And Team Omaha come away with a big victory here. 14-22, putting down Team Vienna. And what's already a tough Pool B, so we'll see this storyline play out through the rest of the day. And while we get the court cleaned up just a little bit and these teams walk off, let's enjoy some of the highlights in this one. So because that one
we have a team Liman, Huishan, and
took a while, even though we ended early, we're going to go right into Pool C action. Liman, Huishan, and Ulaanbaatar, MMC Energy. They'll be meeting up later in a rematch of last week's final, but first it's going to be Liman, Huishan, and meeting up with Team Utrecht. And the head-to-head all-time In 2023, actually, Team Utrecht 0-4 against Liman. They played each other in Clermont-Ferrand, in Bauding, in Belgrade, and in Samobor in the Challenger Circuit. Those have been Liman wins so far. And we will get you introduced to Team Liman first. And Team Liman, Huishan and he made their second trip to a Masters final this year last week in Shanghai. Couldn't shake Team Ulaanbaatar though, ending up in second. They got a ridiculous performance out of Ning Zhang, who went supernova, scored 9.3 points per game to lead the field. If he can consistently bring that type of offense next to Stefan Kojic and Mihailo Vasic, this Liman team could once again be one of the favorites out here in Chengdu. They are joined by Shengnong Li and Vasic, where Kojic somehow drops on that. Let's hope he's all right. He's laughing it off though. Here's your Team Liman, fresh off a finals run in Shanghai. Let's see what they can do here.
And now representing Team Utrecht.
And their first team there for the face is Team Utrecht. These fellas have been on the road. They played last week in the Shanghai Masters, then went to Doha for the Al Bidad Challenger. Their play has been better of late, but it hasn't resulted in any shakeups in the standings just yet. Again, they exited group stage last week in Shanghai, losing a nail bite to the Team Omaha. They then went to the Expo 2023 Al Bidad Park Challenger, got to the quarterfinals, but got stopped by Team Fujian. And they're back in China. They're Olaf Schaftenau, Brian Alberts, Nesta Agassi, and they flew in Leno Witteveen.
Shake hands before you're on the ground. Referee do the coin toss and see who will get the ball first.
Team Utrecht so far in the World Tour season have not gotten out of pool play in the World Tour just yet. Again, pool play last week in Shanghai, qualifying draw, and then pool play in Amsterdam the week before, and they were in Constanta, where they lost in the qualifying draw. Liman have fared a little bit better. Second in Shanghai because of this man, Ning Zhang, who went ballistic somehow. And then seventh in Amsterdam, third in Constanta, seventh in Lausanne, sixth in Prague, 12th in Edmonton, second in Macau. See, I can keep going. These fellas can play. This is Nesta Agassi. He's a dunking machine, ladies and gentlemen. We can see him hang on the rim a couple times in the game. He's represented at the under 23 level this year as well as on Team Utrecht. He is a defensive specialist with a lot of offensive capabilities. So we'll see if he can bring him in this game. I know who the home crowd is going to be cheering for. At Liman, they got Shengnong Li and Ning Zhang on the squad.
Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
And we are about to get Pool C action underway. Here we go.
Let's get to it. Team Utrecht, green. Team Liman, light blue.
Again, Team Utrecht playing in the green. Team Liman playing in the purple. And Team Utrecht will start things off. Here we go. Leno. They find Nesta underneath. Fading away, no good. Kojic with the board. Zhang. Chef Kojic. He finds Vasic underneath. The foul's called though. I believe that is called on Team Utrecht, but it's on the floor. Kojic. High post play. Utrecht will be called for a holding foul. That Kojic shot will not count. No points on the board just yet. Kojic, same play, he's open again. Vasic with the board over top of Agassi, who spins and eventually wins after working on his offensive rebound game. Leno now attacking Zhang. They flip it back. Agassi steps back for two. Agassi no make. Utrecht come away with the board.
Able to track it down.
But that will go. Foul called on that. If the ball sailed out of bounds, Kojic called for a holding foul. So it's fresh 12 for Utrecht. Brian Albert steps on the court. Agassi underneath looking to attack Zhang. And Zhang is called for the foul on the floor. So far it's been more fouls than points. We're a minute in. We've seen 4 fouls and 1 bucket by Mihailo Vasic, the manimal. Alberts. Oh, crossing over, flipping it back to Schaftenaar, who's a shooter. Utrecht up 2-1. Zhang almost loses to Wilson. Finds Vasic. Now it's Zhang from the outside. Rolls off the rim, and that will be Liman possession. Take a look as Olaf Schaftenaar got open off that Brian Albert's crossover. Both these fellas recently made the transition to Team Utrecht in 3x3. Kojic flips it to Vasic. Vasquez underneath. Takes his time and beats Nesta to the bucket. 2-2. Leno now.
Score 2-2.
So another foul called on Liman, who used their fouls as take fouls a lot. Those of you that are not familiar with that concept, a team foul in 3x3 can be used to keep a team from scoring if you put it on the floor. They try to do that. Alberts misses the running layup, lead with the board. Now it's Zhang on the rack attack. And an offensive foul call as he cleared some space with his off arm.
So there's a clear out.
Leno Witteveen got hit in the gums on that one. Oh, yeah, he smacked him right in the face with that off arm.
So Alberts to take it out for Team Utrecht.
Alberts will take the check.
Hands it off.
And they go to Agassi inside. Schaftenaar, pull up, 2. And that was sailing. So a bit of a slow game to start things off here. 4 fouls, Liman 2 fouls on Utrecht, and only a 2-2 score after 2 minutes. Zhang. Liman is obviously looking to get him going. Zhang now is open underneath with an errant pass.
A little off the mark. Bounces out of bounds in possession. And go back to Team Utrecht.
Witteveen to Agassi underneath, and he's hacked. As Vasic didn't want a bucket and decided to put him on the line. So Agassi puts Utrecht up by 1. 3-2 here. We are just over 2 minutes into this one. Vasic open, ties the game.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's Leno on the rack attack underneath, blocked by Vasic, gets his own board. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Agassi gets by everyone. Nesta Agassi bringing the energy out here for Team Utrecht.
For extra measure.
有着施大力神的一次双手暴扣，炸裂篮筐。
Vasic. They run the high post play again. This time it's a foul on Team Utrecht.
绿队犯规。
Warning issue.
And These two teams, they've racked up 8 fouls in 2.5 minutes. They've been hacking like some lumberjacks. Kojic, they run the same play. It's good for Kojic. That's 5-4. Kicking it out. Agassi. That pass was just a little bit off the mark.
5-4.
并且刚才的2分命中，目前利曼队5-4暂时领先。
Kojic. They go for high post action again. This time they do another handoff off the dribble. This time Kojic just flips it into Basic. What a pretty pass. How did he find him on that? 6-4.
Basic scored, so number 5 on Team Liman.
Take a look at this one-arm sidewinding pass to Basic right on cue. You can see these fellas have played together for a while. So Liman with a little bit of a lead going into our first TV timeout. 6-4 here. The venue's filled up nicely, as you can see on the side of these teams. Dowser Boulevard, stand up.
Who here is cheering for Team Liman? Make some noise!
Crowd clapping it up for Team Liman again. They feature 2 Chinese players and Chen Nangli and Ning Jiang. With the feint. Hands it off to Schaftenaar. Schaftenaar looking for space against Kojic. Crosses, steps back. That's a deep one-pointer, no good. And that will go out of bounds.
Possession will go to Team Liman.
Possession back to Team Liman.
利曼队球权。加上比分6-4，利曼队暂时领先2分。
Kojic steps up,
Pulls up straight away off
but
one.
misses the 2.
No signal.
And Schaftenaar trying to get Kojic on an island down there, but that pass will sail out of bounds.
6-4, 6 minutes, 21 seconds remaining game. Team Liman.
So Jiang will take the check for Liman now. Ning Jiang.
球场上，李胜东再度来到了场上。
Jiang attacking the rack. That pass is picked up by Nesta. He finds Schaftenaar underneath. Easy layup. Utrecht back within 1.
反击达成，5-6。
Now it's Kojic
6-5.
trying to attack Alberts. No crisp switch on Utrecht, so Jiang's open for 2, but can't connect just yet.
Out of bounds.
球出界。
So a low-scoring affair here early.
Team Utrecht ball.
Alberts, the former Gonzaga player, again transitioning into 3x3 here. Crosses over, takes his space, steps back, then goes down. Score is tied.
中距离掉头再中，再度来到了平分，6-6平。
6-6 tie.
Basic underneath, and that is easy money.
篮下巴西奇再中，7-6。
Now Nesta, same spot. Goes for the handoff. Alberts stepping back, 2-point shot, front rims it.
成功的防守。
And some physical contact underneath.
无球队员场外非
He
常
called
的
for a
激烈的
foul
凶
on
猛
the。Basic
裁判
seal
球的
there.
防守犯规，利曼队球权。
Try to get Jiang open underneath, and it hasn't been Ning Jiang's game so far. I think he may have inadvertently hit Agassi in the crown jewel there.
15 seconds away from the halfway mark.
Look at Jiang is trying to clear some space. I think referee Donald Quinn is going to take a look at whether that was excessive contact or not.
All right, referee the scores table. Just checking out.
在场上，我们再度看到现在场上的比分形势7-6，利曼队暂时领先1分。
So fresh 12 for Team Utrecht.
Warning issue.
So flopping warning called for Team Liman here. Vitafe tries to look for Agassi, but there's some animal hands in there. Got his mitts on the Wilson in that. Kojic open for two, and that's long range like a satellite phone. Vitafe, can he answer? That's no good. Alberts with the board. Steps back behind the line. Alberts in and out. So Liman with a bit of a lead here. Now it's Kojic, but an offensive foul called.
Offensive foul.
Vasic with foul number 6 on Liman. Take a look back and Chef Koya. Skoptenar attacking Vasic, spinning and fading. And that one will take all of the Schelde Sports rim, but it drops. Kojic. 2 big steps, launches one with a hand in his face. It don't matter for Kojic. Skoptenar with the answer on this one at side rim. So Liman a 4-point lead here. We're near the 4-minute mark. Kojic again on the rack attack. This time he shares with Vasic. And the 1-2 punch from Liman is in full effect as they're taking a little bit of a lead here. Skoptenar looking for space, nothing there. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Alberts has to pull up. That board will end up with Skoptenar. Alberts again. This time he goes and attacks the rack. Alberts leans and lays 12-8. The lefty layup. Kojic fakes and again Vasic underneath. Now a foul's called. And that's in the shooting motion. So the 5th foul on Team Utrecht. And that results in a manual free throw. You will see that come up after this second TV timeout here. These fellas, they probably have GPS location set for each other. They can find each other anytime, anywhere.
把你的自拍照上传，就有机会得到利曼队全队亲笔签名球衣一件。
Kylo Vasic, the Olympian, this year's World Cup winner on the line. Breaks the free throw. Vitafe is open for 2. That one's going to end up at the Twin Towers. Out of this venue. Zhang. Finally this one go down, so Ning Zhang's on the board.
13-8.
13-8. Vitafe. Floaty this time, no good. Now it's Zhang in the corner. 4 seconds on the shot clock. They look at Kojic. Kojic gets fouled. And that take foul will put Utrecht at 6 fouls. So both teams at the bonus. Next foul will result in 2 free throws. Kojic looking for space. Alberts with the defense on the pass. He's all by himself. That will result in make those Huffing out the rebound. Alberts again by himself. Pulls up another 2. Alberts. Huffenar again with the rebound. This time the Manimal gets his hands in there. Kojic, another long range shot. No good. Huffenar in rhythm with no connection. Their offense has dried up a little bit.
And that's a foul, and that puts Team Utrecht in the penalty.
This time, Team Utrecht gets fouled, or fouls actually. So Vasic will step up to the line for 2 free throws. Vasquez. That's good. So Liman extends the lead to 6 with an opportunity to get to 7 points over Team Utrecht here. We are under the 2.5-minute mark in this one.
Number 2.
And that's good as well. 15-8 now. Agassi behind the back finds Leno with the vein. Leno attacks the rack and flips up the shot. That's blocked by Koic. Vasic inside. Clearing some space underneath. I thought that was an easy lay, but it rolled off the rim. He tries again. Spins. And another foul's called, so Mihailo Vasic again at the stripe for 2 as Alberts reaches in and doesn't get Wilson. He gets a lot of Serbian arm on that. So Liman, after a slow start, cruising like the Fast and the Furious here. Vasic puts in another one, 16-8. And that one's good as well. So this went from a tied game to a big lead here for Liman. Utrecht have to find some offense and have to find it quick. Alberts 1-2 with Agassi underneath, easy layup. That helps, but Jang answers with 2 points. Oh, that's an in and out. Albertson again hasn't been able to connect at all from the outside. Jang tries another one and eventually gets that one to go down. So Liman at a comfortable 19-9 lead. It took him a while to get things going. But now it's Ning Zhang starting to get involved. And watch out for that man, because he can get hot in a minute. Skoftenaar shares. Witteveen steps back, gets blocked. But Shengnong Lee got a little bit too much arm on that.
And both teams in the penalty. 3-2 shots. Regardless, however, as he was fouled behind the 2-point line.
两分线外的投射，遭遇到了拿手犯规，2次发球。
Leno front rims the first.
在车队生的比赛当中，全队累计犯规达到7、8、9次，将会受对手实施2次罚球。
And he will get that one to go down. Liman with possession here with 1:19 to go and an opportunity at game point. A 2 will end things here for them. Zhang. Zhang looking for space. Flipping it back to Koic. Koic finds Zhang somehow. Pretty pass by Koic, but not a make. Zhang traces down his own board. Deep shot by Ning Zhang, but Shendong Lee this time with the board. Zhang gets a third try, and you know what? You don't want to give him 3 shots at it. That's a victory for Liman at the hands of Ning Zhang. First 2 were no good. They got a rebound on both. So Team Liman, after a little bit of a struggle at the start, put away Team Utrecht on that Ning Zhang shot and take a victory in this one, 21-10. That's going to be your final score in this first game in Pool C play, ending it just before the limit. And we'll take a look back at some of the highlights in this one.
3x3 队。
So we jump right back into Pool D action. And we're going to start you off with Beijing and Saitama Alphas. This is a tough pool. But Ulaanbaatar is also lurking. But Beijing will get things started. They finished 5th last week at the World Tour in Shanghai. Saitama, they actually beat Team Beijing in the quarterfinals at the Sansar Challenger. But let's get you introduced to Team Beijing first. No Batman ended up as no success for them last week. Again, they placed 5th, ended up bowing out in the quarterfinals. Here's your Team Beijing. Songwei Zhu, Li Peng Liu. Guangbo Zhu was a beast last week, and now this Mies is aka the May, so no Batman. Again, he's out with a broken hand. Zhu was a beast last week. He averaged 9 points per game and 7 rebounds per game. Mies, he's going to have to step up a little bit. He averaged 6.3 points per game. If there weren't any hopes of picking up a Masters win here in Chengdu, he's going to have to be electric. And they're going to go up against Team Saitama. And Team Saitama, they had themselves some warm-up games this morning. They won the qualifying draw with 2 easy victories over Sichuan and Al-Shamal. 3rd game of the day for them, so let's see what happens. There's a living legend. Tomoya Ochai. He's joined by Devin Richard Gilligan, Peter Sukur, and Ryo Ozawa. And Saitama, let's see what that break in between games did for them. 3rd game of the day for them anyhow.
在北京队这边有3名中国队球员，他们分别是朱松伟、刘立鹏和朱元鹏。
And these are your officials for this one. Miroslava Jovicin and Donald Quinn. Serbia and Indonesia on the court.
目前，北京队是排在了大师赛积分榜的第8位。北京队已经是5次参加了大师赛。
And there is Nars Miezes, your Olympic gold medalist. The 32-year-old made the transfer to Team Beijing this year. He's world ranked number 11, has not picked up a Masters win this year at all. Now he's lost his buddy for a couple of weeks. And we are about to get things underway here in Pool D action.
Ready, 10, 9.
Noah Lazarus got the countdown going. The crowd is hyped because Team Beijing's on the court. A clash of the Asian countries, Japan versus China. And Sukur will start it off. Don't worry him. Sukur. First one up, first one down. So Saitama on the board first. They get him open on a little side screen action. Sukur hitting both the winning shots in the qualifying draw this morning. Now it's Juan Zhu, and again, he's a problem down there. Averaged 9 points per game, 7 rebounds per game in a explosion in Shanghai last week. He really stepped up in the absence of Carlos Lasmanes. They got 2 inside threads this time. And Songwei Zhu, the 26-year-old. So Saitama. They run a little down screen play for Sukur. That's a foul on Team Beijing. The worm. Ozawa lobs it up. Sukur finishes the play. That's pretty. 3-1. And the Maze getting people lost already. Ozawa returning the favor on this one, though. So Saitama looking sharp out of that break. Miezes. 3 seconds on the clock, crosses up. Sukur. No good on the two, but his buddy's got his board. Fading away, no make. Another rebound, and it's an and one for Song Wei-ju. Take a look. Off the glass and in. Hoop and a harm. That freebie's missed though. So Beijing still looking at a 1-point deficit. Ozawa. He had a shot. His shot's up this morning. He was hitting some twos. This one's a miss though. Now it's Juan Bozu, and he uses the glass in his favor as well. Hand off to Sukur. Sukur by himself underneath, tries to flip a pass to the worm, but that's smacked out of bounds. So 2.6 seconds on the shot clock. And Saitama will have a chance off of the check. They put Song Wei-ju on Sukur, and he has the height advantage at 2:06. 1 second, the worm. Lefty stroke is broke. Sukur with the board. They leave him by himself. And he doesn't pay it off. You can't get that one to go. Judo underneath. He is a monster. An and one again. Juan Boju this time. So both Jews have been wreaking havoc underneath. This time it's Juan Boju with the and one. And Ju puts the free throw in and gives Beijing the lead here at 5-4. Actually 6-4, never mind. The bucket was already a lead. The free throw is added to that. Saitama. Shots missed, now it's the Maze. They go back inside. Song Wei-ju this time is no good. The crowd reacts to him every time. I bet he's the crowd favorite out here. Saitama with the bucket underneath. Miezes crosses up. Miezes finds Ju underneath, but that goes out of bounds. Gilligan. Looking at the Maze, going attacking him behind the back. An offensive foul's called as he tried to throw him out the way. Take a look, see. Devin Gilligan. Maze somehow drops him and then doesn't drop in the bucket. He had that man step on a banana peel. Sukur finds the worm underneath. Superman laser vision on that pass. Saitama ties the game at 6. The Maze again drops him off. This time the two's a make. The Maze getting people lost left and right. Sukur feels like his contact on the shot may have deserved something extra, but the referees are having none of that. Take a look at Miezes again. second time he made somebody go into the woods. Got him lost. So we have a TV timeout, and as you can see, the crowd here is filling up the venue. And Miezes, again, just so tough to guard. That step back is deadly.
4 years and we've been in Chengdu. You know how we do it. 4年不见，成都的朋友们真的想你们。
Ozawa forgets to put in the layup off the beautiful back door, and then Gilligan. That shot came a little bit too late. That 12-second shot clock will sneak up on you. Zhu. Miezes. Lobs it up to Zhu. China Eastern Airlines, let's go. Songwei Zhu with the dunk. Miezes trying to add from two. Zhu again underneath off the glass, and he is taking, well, both Zhus are taking over the game, to be honest with you. Gilligan. Nothing there. And Yuangbo Zhu with the board. Songwei on the rack attack again. Take a look as Miezes lobs it up. And Zhu smashes it down. So Beijing with a 4-point lead here. Saitama needs to find an answer here. Gilligan almost had the defense up, but you know what? Zhu is going on a rack attack just again. Missed that though, Sukur. Now it's Gilligan open for two. Front rims it. Miezes. Zhu on the outside. And Ozawa decides to take a foul in that.
That's going to be a foul as he got the step.
And that is foul number 6 on the Saitama Office EXE. Miezes. Kicks it out. Liu. And the worm corrals the board. Almost loses it out of bounds. Now it's Sukur. Sukur. Gilligan comes away with the rebound. They save it again. Ochai underneath. He's stifled by the Maze, and the Maze is open for two. Miezes gets his own board, and it still doesn't put it in. Frustration showing on Naris Miezes' face. 2 open shots. No scores for him. He takes a foul and takes a seat. So now it's Li Ping Liu, Songwei Zhu, and Ulaanbaatar Zhu for Beijing. Sukur dancing with him. Lost Zhu. Sukur no make. And this time Zhu can't best the worm. Ozawa. They need some of that. Ozawa, again, I told you, his 2-point percentage on the year isn't all too great, but he was good this morning. You know who else is good? Songwei Zhu. Now it's the worm. That 2-point shot's left begging. And that is a foul on Sukur, but that is number 7 on Saitama. Take a look as Ozawa, huge step back to bring his team back into the game, but now Songwei Zhu's at the stripe for 2 easy ones.
Free throw number 1. Here's Songwei.
Zhu Puts both the free throws down with some concentration, so a 5-point lead for Beijing. Saitama, they need some more of those twos, and they need less of these. Gilligan turns it over.
Bounces out of bounds. Possession back to Beijing.
Juan this time. They look for Miezes. Miezes stepping back. He's open for two again. And no good again as Miezes. He's hit one, but he's missed a bunch. So that will get us to our second TV timeout, and Beijing is taking control of this game, and a 5-point lead is what they have now, 13-8. And it's been Zhu and Zhu. Take a look as Song Wei throws it down. Ozawa was able to do something back. But Saitama's scoring has been few and far between the last couple of minutes. Gilligan. He's been a little bit quiet this game. See if they can get him going. Sukur. He's fouled by Liu. That foul will be called on the floor. Gilligan pulls up for two. And that one's good, so Saitama is not going anywhere. 13-10. Liu finds Zhu underneath, keeps it away from Gilligan, uses the glass again. And here's the problem for Saitama. One Zhu sits down, the other Zhu steps on the court. So Song Wei Zhu's at 7 points now out of Beijing's 14 points scored. Miezes. That pass is picked off, and a foul on Ulaanbaatar Zhu this time. So Beijing's up to 5 fouls. We got 3 minutes to go in this one. Saitama sticking around in this game on the back of some 2-point shots. Sukur. Going at Zhu underneath, fakes, kicks it out. The worm for two. He's fouled on the shot by Miezes. That's going to be 2 free throws coming up. So Beijing also in the bonus or close to the bonus with 6 fouls, and the worm at the stripe for 2. First one's good. Saitama within 3. And Ochai gets the second one to go as well. So Saitama back within 2 at the 3-minute mark here. Now it's the Maze. By himself, lays it up, but it still doesn't go down. Team Beijing scrapping for the boards, and it ends up out of bounds. Miezes gives it up to Zhu, easy bucket. Now Ozawa's open. He decides to take a drive. Sukur is open for 2. Kick out, but it's no good. Ozawa mishandles the board there. Take a look as Miezes finds Zhu for the easy layup underneath. Beijing's leads back up to 3. But Saitama ain't out of this. Miezes Sukur underneath the worm, fading and off the glass. So good game this one. Liu, they go back down to Zhu. They just keep using the glass like a bartender. And Gilligan, looks like he hurt himself a little bit on that one. Hobbles off the floor. Uh-oh, that looks like a sprain. He's retying his shoes, looking like he's hurting a little bit. Lies just kicks it out. Liu, that's good. And that one punch might out-punch Saitama.
18-13. Team Saitama ball, they trail by 5.
They need some more shots from the outside. They find Sukur underneath though. And it's 18-14. Zhu kicks it out. The maze, he's open. So far that hasn't resulted in a lot of makes though. Ozawa now makes one for Saitama. 18-16. Zhu underneath. Pretty spin move. Might have to call that the Wheel of Fortune. Ozawa, this one's a miss. So Beijing at 2 will put it away for them. Lies is behind the back. That man's crafty, but not crafty enough as he misses the layup again. Bit of an unlucky game for Lies. Ozawa again from the deep end. Lies lobs it to Zhu, and that man's putting in work like a therapy session. 20-16, Beijing at game point. Sukur, find the back pass, but that's Aaron, and then a dunk. Will end things here, but that's looking like point number 21 for Songwei Zhu as he clears the worm and gives Beijing a win here. So your final score in this one, 21-16 in a scrappy game for Team Beijing, as they take care of Saitama. Were in full effect in this one. Songwei Zhu had himself 10 points out of 21 points scored for Beijing. The maze, he got that one to go down. The shots weren't too lucky, but he got the lob pass. And again, Songwei Zhu's a problem down there. He just kept on going. Timely shots by Ozawa brought Saitama back again and again, but you know what? You can out-punch the one-punch man if you just keep on punching, apparently. Ozawa tried to do something down the stretch, but Songwei Zhu ends things on a facial dunk on the worm. And Beijing picks up a victory. That means we will be stepping off for just a second. As we take a short entertainment break, we'll be back with you in about 10 minutes. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
From Chengdu Youth Amateur Sports School, Liman Sports Kindergarten.
接下来呢，我们要欣赏的是来自于成都市少年儿童业余体育学校建雷体育幼儿园带来的精彩表演，掌声送给我们的小朋友，高兴！
once again for children's happy gymnastics.
来，我们再次把掌声送给来自我们县雷体育幼儿园的小朋友们，谢谢你们，棒棒响。
We have more giveaways for y'all. Who wants what we got here?
好了，现场球迷看到了我们手中的礼品了没有？
But if you want it, we gotta see your hands in the air. I wanna see your dance moves. Hold on, let me hear you. Can I hear you?
还有我的双手。
Let me hear you.
让我听到有话的声音。
I don't hear you. I can't hear you. Let me see your hands in the air.
这个，
Hold on here.
声音再大一点。
How about here?
你的声音大。
Oh, big shout out to Chengdu 3x3 for the giveaway. Oh yeah. A lot of games for you guys. Stay tuned, don't worry. We'll be giving them out all throughout these next 2 days. We got a lot of giveaways for y'all. Big shout out to MC Anthony, DJ Lass, and of course, Boss, the Mountain. Here I'm live doing the play-by-play. We got MC Lowe here in the building. We're doing the opening ceremony as well later on today. So a lot of exciting things happening. And we got a total of 8 more games on the slate. And we're gonna find out at the end of it today, the top 8 teams that will advance to the knockout rounds, which will take place tomorrow, and earn their spot for a chance to win 40,000 US dollars.
All right, we are done with that break, and we'll get back to Pool A action. We will get our first look at Lausanne Sport LS and our second look at Team Huishan and E. Team Ub, they got a victory in their first game today. They are 2-0 against Lausanne in 2023, and Lausanne, they've been doing well as of late. Take a look at this beautiful venue once again here on Jiaozu Boulevard, where the crowd is ready to see Ub in action. And Huishan will step up first. He had himself 4 points in their 21-14 victory over Team MMC Energy. Brancula, a.k.a. The Beast. He's out, the living legend. Dejan Majstorovic, he was big in that game. 4 for 5 from 2, shaking off some of the rust. And they're joined by the world number 1. That's Strahinja Stojicic, a.k.a. Dr. Strange. Here's your Team Huishan and E. Again, they picked up a victory over Sansar MMC Energy. 21-14 to start the day, and they're going to face Team Lausanne Sports LS. Raphael Wilson comes out first. The former French national team player has made the transition to this team. We haven't seen them in the Masters since a pool face exit in Debrecen, but they've been active on the Challenger level. They picked up a win in Mongolia at the Sansar Challenger. They got to the finals last week at the Turismo San Juan Challenger, losing to Ulaanbaatar. Faston Martin's looking to burn some rubber out here, and he's joined by King West and Carlos Martinez. So Team Lausanne wins the toss. Donald Quinn and Edmund Ho headlining this one as referees. And these teams, again, they faced each other this year. They played in the Debrecen pool and in Novi Sad in the pool as well. Historically, over the last few years, it's also been mostly Team U picking up wins. The only win that Lausanne got was last year at the Lausanne Masters in Pool A, and you know what that home court does to them. King West turns into the Super King. I'm not even sure what's above a king. Somebody help me with that. But King West, whenever they play in Lausanne, they somehow come away with new energy. I hope they brought some of their home soil, as they are facing the number 1 team in the world in this one. So we are about to get things underway in this one as the players get warmed up a little bit. And each teams know each other well. And let's see what kind of mismatch Faston Martin, Gilles Martin, is going to be today. If he's good on offense and he can get some shots up from the outside, he is a dangerous, dangerous weapon. He is vertically a tad bit challenged, though. So Team Ub is going to try to see if they can put him underneath the basket. Gilles stands at 173. And the shortest player on Team Ub is Strahinja Stojicic, and he stands at 198. So we'll see how they play that mismatch. But again, we are 10 seconds away from this 10-minute sprint. Noah Lazarus counting us down with that cool panda bucket hat. I need me one of those. Anyway, off to the races. Faston Martin. Gilles Martin scoops it up, but No good on the first try.
Brankovic to the Maestro.
The Maestro is fouled by Gilles Martin.
Again, the Maestro.
And again, with him in this type of form,
Here in the World Tour.
they need to try to see if they can keep him going. Scored 9 points and hit 4 or 5 twos in that first game against Sansar MMC Energy.
Foul.
A second foul here on Team Lausanne.
洛桑队连续出现防守犯规，很快吃到了球队的第2次犯规。
Stojacic. They run high post action with the Beast and the Maestro linking up. That goes out of bounds.
前抢球，距离这次进攻的时间还剩下了4.9秒。我们看到咱们中国的球员由于选手
Stojacic.
上场。
And another foul on Team Lausanne.
Team foul. Number 3.
Who brought their keyboards and are hacking out here in the first 30 seconds.
洛桑已经是来到了3次犯规。
The Beast. The Doctor Strange finds Brankovic outside. Brankovic, no good. King West corrals the board. Martinez outside. That's in and out. No clear just yet. Now it's cleared. 6 seconds on the clock. Brankovic attacking King West. Stepping back from behind the 3x3 logo. No good. And a foul called. This time it's going to be on Oob. So Martinez will take a seat, a former member of Team O'Neill. Wilson. King West, 3 seconds on the clock. You had some space. King West, that goes down. So Lausanne is on the board first here. In the scoring category, that is, because they were on the board first with fouls. Wilson underneath, easy layup. 3 points, Lausanne. Brankovic is open, in and out. He gets his own board, scoops it, but can't get across the long arms of King West patrolling the paint. Now it's Wilson. Rafael Wilson. And Lausanne up to 5 points already. So after a bunch of early fouls, now Lausanne is scoring. They do foul again, though. Take a look as Rafael Wilson, again a former member of the French national team, also a former member of Team Paris and Team Lyon. Strahenia underneath Maestro, and one for Majstorovic. So Dayon, after that, knock to the noggin. On the line for one. This team Oob's been everywhere lately. They went from Amsterdam to the Doha Challenger. Picked up a win there. I do believe they stayed in Doha for the Albida Challenger as well. Martinez at the rack attack, spins and wins. Lausanne, they have a comfortable lead here, 7-2. Things are never comfortable against the Oob though. Brankovic down there, off the glass, that's good. Dr. Strange smacking that one into the mall next door. Martinez. They are attacking Majstorovic underneath. No good. West, though, skies for the board. And that's another foul on Oob. That will be number 3. And a warning for behavior on Team Oob for talking back after that one. So Wes, as that was a shooting foul, will step up to the line for 1.
7-3. Lausanne with the lead early.
And that one's good as well. Oh, Liu underneath misses the dunk. And Martinez from the corner adds to the lead for Lausanne. They are up 10-3. Majstorovic missed that one. West wants it in the post, but they go to Wilson. Wilson against the Maestro. They spins, gets it up and around Majstorovic, but not in the bucket. Now it's Majstorovic again. Brankovic underneath, a swing pass. Yuxuan Liu gets smacked. Wilson timed that one perfectly. Take a look at the kick out by Brankovic, and then Wilson says, that Wilson's mine. Get out of here with that. I will leave 0.2 seconds on the shot clock. Uber will have possession after this TV timeout. And they've started this game a little slow. Lausanne has blitzed them early on as King West knocking one in from the deep end to get things started. And it was Wilson adding to it. We haven't seen Gilles Martin get loose for any easy buckets just yet. Strahinja Stojacic gets that one to go down when the shot clock's running out. Doctor Strange. Surgical precision on that shot. 0.5 seconds actually, and he gets it up and in. Leads all the players in the Masters so far on 2-point makes. That helps. Martin. No. And a foul called on Majstorovic on the rebound. Dejan Majstorovic actually a part of the last team that won the Chengdu Masters in 19. And Martinez again for Lausanne. But in 2019, it was Team Novi Sad, the former team for Dejan Majstorovic, picking up a win here. So he knows about winning here. Spinning and winning is what Strahinja tried to do, but no make. Martinez, another step back. Carlos Martinez. No make on that. Lausanne still at a 7-point lead, though. Dr. Strange. Nutmeg pass to the bronchula. Oh, that's an unsportsmanlike foul on Strahinja. Take a look. He got that pass through somehow, and Brankovic rewards him, but Gilles Martin is still down after that bump by Stojacic. Hope he's okay. He's holding on to his, I believe, his shoulder. Faston Martin. Helped up by Stojacic.
Good sportsmanship shown. Good time.
Take a look as Martin caught that and Stojacic just ran through him. Trying to pick up a take foul, but that was a bit too much contact on that one. So Martin is going to get looked at by the medical staff here. And Wilson will step up to the line for 2. That is foul number 6 on Oob. We're now at the bonus and looking at a pretty big deficit. Wilson can make that 8 points.
Wilson at the line.
And the first one's good. And second one's good as well. So an 8-point lead here. Maybe unexpectedly so for Team Lausanne. Strange stepping through, not making though. Gets his own board and goes up with it. Wilson Get some arm on that.
现在两支球队的犯规次数都是来到了6次。
Both teams with 16 fouls, no more fouls again. One shot.
Dr. Strange puts it in. Both teams now at 6 fouls. Ooh, they're at 7 points after a little over 4 minutes of play. Lausanne, they are at 14.
14-7.
用一种这样的一次手对手的击球投篮。
Team Ub trails by 7. Team Lausanne 7 points away from victory. Brokovic.
手对手再给到齐博士。
Bronkula. And the 2-point shooting has dried up a bit for Team Ub here. Bronkula clashing with his teammate on the chair on the side, so it's 2-on-3. Brankovic is back, 6 seconds on the clock. Majstorovic from the logo, that is no good. And Ub, they need some oxygen. Martin setting the screen for Wilson. Lausanne keeps on shooting, but they missed a bunch. And now it's Majstorovic against Martin. Brankovic. And Ub just can't buy a shot from the outside right now. Now it's Wes inside. They can't foul either because they're at 6. So King Wes adding to it for Lausanne, 15-7. Strahinja by himself, that's an easy dunk. Wilson. And Lausanne's looking like they've made a point out of attacking Majstorovic, and it's working so far. An 8-point lead for them again at 16-8. You would have told me this beforehand, I would have looked at you funny, but it is what it is as Dr. Strange stretches out for that one. Maestro gets it back. Maestro is open for the 2-point shot. That one's good. They needed that badly. 16-10. Martinez attacking Liu underneath. Scoop shot's no good. Liu picks up the board. They go back to Majstorovic. Hand off for the Maestro. Another shot from the deep end. And Majstorovic is putting in some work. 16-12. He's found his shot again. And we're back to a 2-possession game here in Chengdu. They get Gilles an open look on the side. He finds King West on the drive, somehow gets through the defense. 17-12. Stojicic looking for Maestro. They get back to Stojicic. Liu is open in the corner. That's no good. And that rebound ends up in Martinez's hands. Gilles. Lob pass to West on the side. West pulls up from the Enlio logo. And Maestro's back at it again. Third 2-point shot in a row as Dejan Majstorovic is not looking to lose. Gilles. Uh-oh. No Google Maps on that one for you. He got lost. My goodness, Gilles Martin.
18-14.
Take a look. He's crafty. He's like he's trying to sell on Etsy. Burning some rubber on that one. He must be going through a pair of shoes each tournament. That's how fast he is. When he runs, there's dust clouds behind him. So we're at an 18-14 game. Ub, they were looking at 8 points deficit earlier, but they've clawed themselves back into this one on the back of some hot shooting by the Maestro.
18-14.
Now it's the Majstorovic underneath, taking over the game. The vet, he can still do it. King West underneath, 2 seconds on the shot clock, has to put it up. Hook shot rolls in, so Lausanne is at 19 points now. Stojicic. Bronkula underneath, that is a layup. Ub is within 3 points. A 2-point shot will end things here for Lausanne, though. West kicks it out. Martinez is open for 2. And that one's left short. Stojacic, no good. West with the board. He's in the corner. He will take a shot at it. That one's no good as well. So Lausanne, 2 open shots, but can't end it. You don't want to leave the door open for a team move like this. Majstorovic gets a screen, flips it out. Brankovic is open, but no, that's too late. That took a little bit too long. That shot clock went off already. Timeout's called. So Team Lausanne, they have a timeout and a play to try to see if they can put down Ub here in a bit of an upset. I think they brought some of that Lausanne soil or something. I know Chengdu's in the mountains a bit, so might feel a bit at home. Gilles, they get it to Wilson. Wilson's open for 2. That's no good again. 3rd shot at the game, and it's not gone in. Now Dr. Strange is down there with a mismatch, so it's a 2-point difference now. Gilles trying to speed into a bucket. Martinez is by himself on the basket. Lausanne at game point. Dr. Strange spins, scoops. That's missed. Shortest man on the pitch will come away with the board. Gilles, game in his hands, 20-17. Gilles Martin looking for space. He pulls up for the midi and he will bury Team Ub. Team Lausanne came out here on fire and they put down the number 1 seed. Gilles Martin with a midi pull-up. He was looking for a pass. He couldn't find one, so he said, I'll just chuck it up. And that went down. And that is your game winner here. They hadn't beaten Team Ub this year, but Lausanne comes away with a 21-17 victory, making things very interesting here in Pool A play. We will take a look at the highlights in a bit here as we get the court cleaned up for the next one.
Coming up next, we got Pool B Game 3, Team Vienna versus San Juan for our main draw Game 6.
马上要让我们迎来的是 B 组的另外一场比赛，对阵的双方分别是维也纳和圣胡安。
All right, on to the next one. We take our attention and shift it to Pool B play, where we'll take a look at San Juan and Vienna. They've never faced each other in the pro circuit. San Juan coming here through the Sansar Challenger. So we will get you reintroduced to Team Vienna first. They lost their first game of the day in a bit of a stinker. And Inais Murati was the only one able to score. He had 9 points. in a 22-14 loss to Team Omaha. So they are fighting to stay alive here against San Juan. He's joined by the burner, Nico Kaltenbrunner, Matthias Linortner, a.k.a. the Math Man, and for you people who are back in Österreich, Hawkeye, and Quincy Diggs. This is your Team Vienna. Again, this is a win-or-go-home situation for them as they've lost their first game of pool play action, and they need this one badly. Now we get back into things with Team San Juan. First time seeing them, and they bring a familiar face out here to Chengdu. Gilberto Clavel is back. He hasn't been on the pro circuit since last year's Turismo San Juan Challenger, and he's looking to boost his Team San Juan with his veteran presence. He joins Luis Quascut and Lado Antonio Ralat, who had a bit of a disappointing sixth place finish at home at this year's Turismo San Juan Challenger. Alexis Colon is also a new member of this squad. And San Juan, they've shown that they can compete. They came in second in the Edmonton Masters this year. So this is definitely not an easy out for Team Vienna. It, and that's a foul on the floor. So that bucket will not count. Kaltenbrunner again, this time Linortner's open for two, and that goes down. They didn't get a lot of that in their first game, and now they start things off with a bang. Lotto. No make on that. So new addition Colon will step on the court as we take a look again at Matthias Linortner getting things started for Vienna. Ralat to Colon. Finding Clavel underneath one leg, up and out. So fresh 12 for Vienna here. Diggs stepping back, 2-point shot is short, and it's touched. So 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Team Vienna will take a check. The burner, Kaltenbrunner, pulls up for 2, and that's good. So Vienna, 2-point shots to start the game here. They found some focus in that break, apparently. Diggs tries another one. Diggs, no make. Nortner, though, with the board, and that's up, and that's a foul on the floor. No continuation on that one. Murati to the Black Panther, T'Challa. Easy layup. That man saucier than your favorite pasta. And Clavel and Murati get into things. Take a look again at Diggs underneath with the scoop and the make. Physical battle underneath, and I think that is called an unsportsmanlike foul. So 2 shots coming up for Gilberto Clavel. And he's got his accuracy up. Those goggles will help. So Juan on the board. They are looking at a bit of a deficit, though, here early. And Clavel can help by putting in the second free throw.
Free throw number 2.
That one's good as well. Diggs to Murati. Again, he was good in the first game. He had 9 points. That one's not good, though. So Clavel, pick and roll action with Kwasku. Clavel outside. Knuckleballs that in. So San Juan back within a point.
It's a 1-point ball game.
Now it's Diggs again. When Nortner's open in the corner, Vienna just keeps on shooting. I bet I know what they did. They went out for some hot pot in between the games. Kwasku underneath. And a lot of contact on the rim on that one, but it goes down. And a warning for defense in the key.
7-5.
Take a look as Kwasku finishes through the contact off the glass. That takes all of the rim to go down. Vienna still holding that lead on the back of some hot shooting, though. Nortner again. And an offensive foul, so that went down, but it won't count.
Offensive foul. No basket.
So basket's waved off as, again, the burner there shoulder bumping a little bit on the screen. Now San Juan's back at it. Clavel. Ralat. Stepping back, Antonio Ralat. San Juan at 6 points. Diggs. Almost lost control of the rock. Looking at the clock here, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Diggs at the rack attack, finds the burner underneath. Easy layup, Vienna. They've started out hot. A take foul on the floor.
8-6. Vienna leading by 2 over Team San Juan.
Clavel. Lotto. And now an offensive foul on Gilberto Clavel.
8-6. Vienna leading over San Juan.
The burner. Now Diggs stepping back. He finds Nortner again. This time it's short. Colon. Haven't seen too much of him, so let's see what he can do. Flips back to pass. Ralat is hounded by the Black Panther. He has to heave one up. Ends up with his own board, though. Now it's Clavel underneath, and a foul's called on Nico Kaltenbrunner. He grabbed Clavel by the hip. Cologne. And that is foul number 7 on Vienna. They've raced out to the bonus, and now Gilberto Clavel will step to the line for 2 this time, as that is foul number 7. So Clavel, first one is up and down, with a chance here to tie the game at 8. And he does just that. So an 8-8 game. The burner makes that a 10-8 game. So Vienna so far has been making it rain like Fat Joe. Clavel. Up and not good. A lot of contact on that one. Kaltenbrunner is looking to repay the favor, and he does just that, and he scores. So 11-8. Now it's Clavel again going at the burner. Antonio Ralat missed a 2-point shot. And nice will calm things down. So look at that. Lenortner is all by himself. You don't leave that man open. He's a pretty good shooter. Matthias Lenortner, I believe that's his 3rd 2 of the game. Clavel inside. Awkward fade away off of one leg. That's his game, though. The burner. And Vienna just keeps on shooting. Now it's Clavel trying to answer. And Vienna's back at it. A take foul for Gilberto Clavel. And Team Vienna, my goodness. 4 minutes there at 15 points. What happening? Take a look at Matthias Lenortner getting things started there, and it just keeps on going. They keep on shooting and shooting. They're taking shots like it's happy hour. So Juan, you can play some offense, but if you don't play any defense, then yeah. This Team Vienna is pretty good. So, nice. Lenortner, this time he decides to take a drive. He gets smacked in the crown jewels, I believe. We're going to take a look at this to see if that was an egregious foul. And just a foul on the floor. So foul number 5 on Saitama. Lenortner from the logo. In and out. And Quascoot comes away with the board. Luis Quascoot. They look for Clavel. Lotto in the corner. That man can heat up and hurry. So 15-11. Someone's got some firepower of their own. Now it's Murati. Oh, Quascoot forgot the Wilson. Took a couple of steps. And Lotto in the corner, shooting his shot like it's prom night. That one goes down. Diggs. Spinning, fading, off the glass. Diggs, that's good. Lotto again. Open for 2. Lotto. Told you he'd heat up. 16-13. They go looking for Diggs again. Quincy Diggs steps back. No make, but a foul on the rebounds called on San Juan. As Kaltenbrunner has taken advantage of his size against the smaller Ralat, trying to get to this board. Ralat, he locks up his arm. You know, that's a foul. You can't do that. Lenortner again for 2, rolls out again. The rebound ends up in the Black Panthers' hands, though. And you know what? That hack by Cologne. That's foul number 7. So they're putting Quincy Diggs on the line for 2.
There's going to be 2 shots here. The Quincy Diggs, number 9.
And Diggs knows just what to do with these free throws. He knocks in the first. Second one's a miss, but Quaskut comes away with it. But a lot. They get it back to him. Clavel sets the screen, and he delivers the pass to him. So Clavel will pull his team within 3 in an offensive shootout so far. Diggs crosses over Clavel, kicks it out. Lenortner's open, and he will drain that a lot. He's been playing help side the entire game. He's been leaving Team Vienna open. A scuffle for the rock. I do believe that one's out on Team Vienna. But they are at 19 points. Ralat got that pass through somehow, and Clavel, he puts that in, but you can't leave Matthias Lenortner open. He's the math man. He can count. 1, 2. Referees are taking a look at the replay. It's an out of bounds challenge. And the initial call was out on Team Vienna. Referees have to be 100% sure to reward a win in the challenge. That would mean Team Vienna would get possession. So a smart challenge by them. I couldn't see clearly on the images what it was, but with this type of momentum in the game, it's good to bet on yourself, which is what they're doing with this challenge. Both referees now taking a look at things as the players, they walk around the court trying to stay warm. It's gotten a little chilly out here in Chengdu as the sun's gone down, I have to say. I put on my sweater. It is pretty out here, though, as Jiaozu Boulevard is lit up, and the Twin Towers are about to be lighting up the background here. So the challenge seems like it's won, and Team Vienna will take the check here. A 2-point shot will get them a win. And again, a must-win situation for them as they laid an egg earlier against Team Omaha. Lenortner. They go to Quincy Diggs, T'Challa. Back to Lenortner, fade, no way. Matthias Lenortner, no make. Rebound ends up in Diggs' hands. They want to end this one. The burner kicks it out. Diggs to the rack. He behind the back to the burner. And a steal by Lenortner right away. But a travel's called. Take a look. T'Challa behind the back. Incredible. Ralat. Oh, that is not a smart foul. They fouled Ralat on the challenge of the 2-point shot. Lenortner will take a seat as his frustration is spilling over just a little bit. And a timeout's called, so both teams will have a minute to cool their heads. Against Juan, they played some good offense, but their defense has been missing a little bit. Ralat, he knocked one down, and he's been handing out dimes left and right, but Lenortner, he's been lights out. And take a look at that one. That's a pretty pass. It might end up on the top 5. So Antonio Ralat on the line for 2. And that's first one goes down. And that's just an unfortunate challenge there by Quincy Diggs, the Black Panther. We are under 4 minutes here, but Vienna's already at game point. Second one is good as well, so Juan within 2 possessions. Muratti is out in the court, now it's Diggs against Clavel. Lenortner steps back, Muratti. 1 second on the shot clock, one-legged fade, and a foul's called. So not a smart challenge on that end of the shot clock, and they put Muratti on the line for 2 shots with 2 chances to end the game here. And Muratti will end things for Vienna, picking up a much-needed victory. This will keep their hopes of staying alive in this tournament up. It is up to the last game in this pool play. It's out of Vienna's hands, but at least they have a win as they beat San Juan here 21-16 on the back of some hot shooting. They started out on fire, but we'll let you look at the highlights so you can see some of that.
Yeah, we're giving out this ball, but I gotta see who's gonna get live, and I'm gonna see who's gonna join us on this.
要获得这个小篮球，你们需要和我的搭档 Noah 去做一样的动作，参与进来。
So if you want this ball, let me see y'all join me. Come on, stop.
如果你们想要获得篮球，跟随我们的音乐一起。
Hey, clap, stop, clap. Stop, clap, come on, stop, clap. Who wants the ball? Hey, oh,
声音要大一点。整齐划一。
Come on, stand up. Hey, you want it? Hey, rock you. Come on, stop, clap. Stop, clap.
我们一起把手拍好，整齐划一。
The ball. Who wants the ball? Who?
几分球员我们一起。
I can't hear you right here. Right here.
准备了。
Hey. Who wants the ball? Stop, clap.
我们的声音再大一点啊！来来投篮。嘿，我们的声音再大一点，压了他们哦。
Congratulations! Hey, 3x3 for the kids!
非常棒，非常棒。
Thank you, NC Andy. Shout out to everybody in the audience. Love your energy. Coming up next.
All right, coming up next, we got a huge rematch in pool play of last week's Shanghai Masters final. Liman are 1-3 against Ulaanbaatar in 2023. None bigger than last week's World Tour Shanghai's final, where Ulaanbaatar came away with a 21-19 victory. Liman, they picked up a win earlier in pool play against Team Utrecht on the back of 10 big points by Mihailo Vasic. Shendong Li will come out first. This man, Vasic, had 10 points out of 21 points scored in that victory against Utrecht. He was 6 for 8 from the floor. Ning Zhang got involved late. He was only 2 for 7 from behind the arc, but he hit some big ones down the stretch. And there is Koyitz. Let's hope he doesn't fall this time. He slipped in the last one. He's careful not to do so this time. This is Team Liman. Again, they picked up a 21-10 victory earlier. But now they're facing a Team Ulaanbaatar. And so far this year, they've beaten them in Macau in the semifinals, but they've lost in Edmonton, in Lausanne, and last week in Shanghai. Ulaanbaatar has their number a little bit. And you can hear the who. That means Ulaanbaatar is coming out. Mongolia stand up, fresh off of their first ever Masters victory at last week's Masters in Shanghai. Doogie and Enkbat come out first. The Bull is joining them, but you know what? He was ridiculous. He only missed 2 shots, or maybe 4 shots, I don't remember, from the field last week. Steve Sir, though, he picked up an MVP. He was 46% from beyond the arc, 12 of 26. Same squad in this one as last week. They shot a ridiculous percentage, 70% inside the arc. And I got to say, to me, Enkbat may have been the unsung hero as his defense and rebounding energized the squad again and again. They spent the week out here in Chengdu. Steve Sir was seen stretching in the wild in a decathlon. You have to stretch at some point. These are your referees, Edmund Ho, Cecilia Toth. And the teams will get ready to go. Again, they know each other well. And Ulaanbaatar so far has had Liman's number, so let's see if that story continues. That's Ning Zhang, the 26-year-old, is a rising star for Liman Huishan, and he exploded last week. He was a little bit quiet in the first game of the day. He only had 5 points, and I say only with all respect in the world. And there's the Bull, Delgernyam Davazambu. The 33-year-old's been at this game for a long, long time and finally picked up his first Masters victory last week. Well deserved. I'm sure the entire country of Mongolia rejoiced. And they're going to try to continue their hot streak here. They come in as your number 6 seed. They rose in the World Tour standings after that win. Now they're at seed number 7 for your final rankings. They got here through the Suntory Shanghai Challenger, where they came in second. Liman was there as well, but they only they came in 11th. So I'm sure they don't want to talk about that. Take a look at this beautiful venue with the lights in the background. And the towers in the background are lit up as we are ready to get this one underway. Noah Lazarus counting us down, and we are about to get underway, and this one is going to be big. Ulaanbaatar will take the check. Enkbat to Steve Sir. And they go right into the Bull. There's a matchup with the Manimal, and the Manimal gets the best of the Bull. So now Zhang asking for a screen. Zhang pulls up for 2. In and out. The Bull on the rack attack once again. Scoop shots missed. And the hook rolls out as well. Sir looking for any space. His first shot is a miss. Vasic continuing his strong play from earlier. First points for Liman on the board. And Steve Sir gets rejected by Vasic. They kick it to the corner. Steve Sir is open. It's not paying off. And then the Bull's underneath. So a 1-1 game here. Jay. And don't give him too many shots because he's going to start knocking some down. Now to steal and a foul underneath. Take a look as Zhang jabs and makes. So Ning Zhang, a nice addition to the two veterans on this Liman squad. He is a explosive scorer, and they look for him early. Fading away, Ning Zhang. There you go. 4-1, and the crowd reacts. Ankbot out to Doogie. Dugosia. He can knock down some shots as well. So expect this to be a close one. Zhang creating some space, and he can get one down again. So Zhang has got 5 points early. Incredible. I told you that man's a supernova. He can go off in a hurry. And then Edmund Ho, the referee, will stop play because I believe a fresh shot clock was put up when there was no Wilson on basket contact. So again, they will take a look at the replay while we look at a 6-3 score after 2 minutes of play. The ball was stifled underneath by Vasic, and the Manimal went right back to work. Flips in the layup as well. So I see a 5-second appear on the shot clock. Ulaanbaatar will have possession. And Steve Sir will take the check. Pulls up for the midi, and that one's good. 6-4. Zhang. He's already got 5 out of an offensive foul call on Zhang. I was going to say he has 5 of Liman's 6 points, and he's going to add to that, but he didn't. As he hooked his way to a foul. Here's Steve Sir's midi pull-up. That shot's money. Ankbot flips it back. Doogie's not open. So a turnover on Team Ulaanbaatar, MMC Energy. And Liman back at it. They run the high post play. They've been running so many times. Koic this time uses his long arms to keep that away from Sir. 7-4. Ankbot is fouled on the shot. So even though that Wilson is still going, he's going to step to the line for 2. You see the beautiful Twin Towers lit up in the background on the right of your screen as Dugan Ankbot steps to the line. And drops in the first. Ankbot knocks in both free throws. So a 7-6 game now. And Zhang, after his hot start, has cooled off just a little bit. The Bull underneath scoops it up and off the glass. So we're looking at a tied game here as we approach the 7-minute mark. Liman went looking for Shen-Nong Lee, but there's a hand in there. Zhang. Lee comes away with the board. Lee stuck in the corner. Zhang on the rack attack again, pulls up for the midi. Zhang is good. So that gets us to our first TV timeout. And it's been the Ning Zhang show for Liman, as he's got 6 out of their 8 points. Team Ulaanbaatar sticking close though. Doogie hands it off to Sir, looking for daylight. There's nothing there. Engbot on the drive though. Switches hands midair. That's an and one. Hoop and the harm for Dugun Engbot. And again, he was the unsung hero of last week's Masters win to me. He was everywhere on defense and on the boards like this time. So Ulaanbaatar with the lead here, and Engbot again with the quick hands. Dugun Engbot has changed his role massively on this team, and it's a success story so far. You know what else is a success story though? Ning Zhang, 9-9, and he's blown up once again. Dawasambu underneath. So Ulaanbaatar taking the lead now. Vasic attacking Steve Sir. He tried to take a charge, but he gets a technical call on him for flopping. He took Vasic's shoulder to the chest. Referee wasn't having any of that though. So Ning Zhang will step to the line, and he will try at this free throw with an opportunity to put Liman Huishan and he up one. That's good. So fresh 12 for Ulaanbaatar coming up. Sir, daylight. The rebound ends up in his own hands. They go to the bull. There's a foul call on Zhang underneath. We're 4 minutes into this one, and this game is tight. The bull scoops it up and in again. And he's just so effective at using his body to create space for that hook shot. Kojic draws the foul on the pull-up two. So the bull overzealous on defense. Take a look at his offense once again. And Chef Koya will step to the line. And that one's good. He caught Dawasambu out of place with his arm. So Kojic will drop in 2 free throws. Sir from the logo. In and out. So Steve Sir doesn't have the sniper scopes on just yet. And Shingnong Lee hustling for Liman underneath the boards. Steve Sir. Drive in. Easy layup for Steve Sir.
Baseline. Finger roll.
Lee to Zhang. So fresh shot clock after that kickball violation. Ning Zhang looks like he's hurt.
Have it as a kickball, but referee checking the footage.
It's a knee-on-knee action there, and that will hurt for sure. Ning Zhang's still down. Let's hope he's okay. Medical team's taking a look at him. Zhang got hit on the knee with Doogie's knee there in the take foul. No intention of hurting him though, but referees are taking a look at whether that contact was excessive or no. And Ning Zhang so far has been the star of this game and the reason why Liman is up. So let's hope he's able to continue play here. He's on his feet. And he's walking it off. A knee on knee can hurt. He has 8 points so far in the game out of 14 points scored for Liman. So Zhang will take a seat and we'll get his knee worked on a little bit more. And we are about halfway through this game. Liman's got a 2-point lead. And I told you this was going to be a tight one. So Koichi now with some space. Shengdong Li puts a dent in the backboard. Enkbot on the drive. That's a good layup. 14-13. A foul on Ulaanbaatar now as a push was called on the screen. Take a look at Enkbot scooping it in with the left. That might be fermented yak milk flavor. What's that stuff called again? Somebody help me out. Is it Kus? Meanwhile, Koichi misses the 2. Rebound goes to Dulgun Enkbot. The Bull. Going at Koichi, and that is, of course, a bucket. The Bull's center of gravity is just so low that it's so hard to stop him. Zhang stepping aside. He's back on the court. No make, though. Bull comes away with the board. Now it's a Davasambu screen into an Enkbot drive. Vasic with the take foul. And it's a 14-14 game, and this one is drive fit tight. Sir. He looks for Dulgun underneath, and that's a difficult catch, I gotta say.
Team foul number 6 on Liman, so they have no more fouls to give. Next one will put him in a penalty.
So Liman's at 6 fouls now. And Sir is open. Steve Sir has not found his Wi-Fi connection just yet out here. Lee also short. But on the rack attack. And that's a kickball violation. Shengdong Li with the quick hands, but uses a foot in there as well. That will get us to our second TV timeout. And as expected, this is a tight game. Ning Zhang's been the story of this one. He's got a wrap around his leg because he ended up with a knee in his thigh on a take foul by Doogie. But he's got 8 points so far in this one. Enkbot coming through with some timely scores on the drive. And this man is tough to guard down there, I have to say. The Bull. So Zhang on the stripe. And that's good. It's looking like a technical foul was called somewhere in there. I couldn't see. But Liman's got a 1-point lead. Enkbot to the Bull. They run a wraparound screen for Sir. He's got some space. Steve Sir. No make yet again. Koichi. Zhang. 1 second on the shot clock. Has to put it up. That is going to be an air ball. So Ulaanbaatar will receive possession here. And Davasambu will take it. Doogie, they get Sir a look, but there's no space. He doesn't need a lot though. In and out, Doogie with the board. Flips it to Sir in the corner. This time, it's again in and out. Rebound to Ulaanbaatar again. Now it's Sir on the drive. Steve Sir has not found his basket vision just yet. On the other end, it's Zhang. Doogie to Sir. Sir, he's going to keep shooting, but he's not shooting himself out of this one just yet. Zhang picks up his pivot foot. Some frustration showing on Ning Zhang's end, but that is a travel. Take a look as he gets to the cup at ease. Gets that layup to go down. Enkbot steps back for two. Side rims it. Zhang dancing with Steve Sir. Zhang attacking. Off one leg on the spin move, no good. Lee's there to pick up the mess though. Shengdong Lee underneath. Now it's Sir again from the outside, and he is building a brick house down there. And a push foul called on Lee. So Dulgun Enkbot will step to the line, take a look back at Ning Zhang's nifty move. It's a miss, but Shengdong Lee underneath using the rim as protection finishes that. So Dulgun Enkbot on the free throw stripe. Liman's punched a bit of a hole in this one, and Enkbot with an opportunity to pull his team back. He misses the first one.
Make it a one-possession ball game.
And the second one, shooters bounce on that. So a one-possession game. Zhang though, attacking the bull to turn the shot that goes out of bounds. Zhang. And an offensive foul's called on Kojic. So 8th foul on Liman. Possession back to Ulaanbaatar. And we're approaching the 2-minute mark in a tight game here. Sir hasn't been able to find his stroke. He's going to keep looking though. Enkbot this time, he's all the way up by himself. In and out. And Ulaanbaatar will retain possession as Shengdong Lee lost the ball out of bounds. Sir looks for Doogie underneath. Pretty play call. It's a layup. And we're within a point now. Doogie with the quick handsies. That's twice he's gotten into Zhang's pockets. Doogie wants to challenge the call. So the referees will take a look at this as it is an out-of-bounds challenge. Doogie feels like he poked that off of Ning Zhang.
Back and forth like a seesaw thus far.
And this game has seen more turns than a mountain road so far. Both teams have taken a little bit of leads. Take a look at Doogie again. Ooh, that looks like it might be off of Zhang. I'm not sure. Can't see from this angle. Referees, they have some other angles, I think. They're going to look at the replay slowly. Take a look at Ning Zhang's body of work so far. Fading off of one leg. That one was picked up by his buddy Shengdong Lee. Ulaanbaatar, they've had some pretty plays called. Referees take a look at this one again. And that challenge is lost. Again, referees have to be 100% sure to change the call, and it wasn't completely sure. They put 3.9 seconds on the clock. So Chef Koya with an opportunity to extend the lead for Liman here with 1 minute and 53 seconds to go. Lee, open, nothing there. Sendong Lee will take a seat. Fresh 12 for Ulaanbaatar. Sir. And that one's lost out of bounds. Just a little misconnect there. Dugun threw that ball a little behind Steve Sir. So now Liman's back at it. Kojic underneath. He's attacking Sir, and that is proven worthy. 18-16. Sir open. And I don't know if that score counts. There will be 2 free throws coming up. As referee Edmund Ho called the foul. Take a look. I do believe that counts. It does. So 18-18. Big shot by Steve Sir, who finally got one to go down. And then the push foul on Mihailo Vasic will put Steve at the line for 2 more. And Liman is trying to challenge the call. There is no challenge on this, I believe.
Referee's checking out the scorer's table. Suspense in the air.
So they put Doogie on the line. Steve Sir stepped up. I do the same thing. He's a 90% free throw shooter. But the foul was on Dugosia. So Doogie at the line. Liman at 9 fouls. Dugosia. First one's good. So again, a lead for Ulaanbaatar. And this game's been back and forth like a seesaw. Doogie. Second free throw's a miss, and the board ends up in Zhang's hands. Zhang pulls up for 2. Now it's Doogie with the board. Enkbot by himself underneath, nothing there. The Bull cleans up the mess to Ulaanbaatar at game point. Doogie with the quick hands. He comes away with the board, throws it out of bounds though, and ends up almost breaking the boarding.
2018 Team Liman ball. And what a battle it's been.
And this game's more epic than a lightsaber battle so far, as both teams are trying to get this victory. Liman, Kojic off of the Vasic screen. Kojic by himself. Oh, I didn't know Kojic could dunk still. You don't see him do that often. Ulaanbaatar with game point here though. They go to the Bull. The Bull spins and loses the Wilson out of bounds. He gets double teamed by Vasic. And it ends up a smart decision as Liman now steps up and a 2-point shot. Well, and thinks, but the referees are discussing something. They want to take a replay look at the out-of-bounds situation.
Let's see.
Take a look at the Bull going at it again, and that's off the Bull, I have to say. He got that ball poked out. So Liman, a 2-point shot will end it for them. And a foul on Doogie. That's number 6 on Ulaanbaatar. So they are at the bonus now. Kojic gets a screen from Vasic. Kojic going at the rack by himself. It's a tied game at 20. Now the game's in Ulaanbaatar's hands. Doogie looking to attack the rack. He flips it to the bull. That's a turnover. Jiang, now he has the game in his hands. Ning Jiang looking to sauce. He lays it up and he lays it in. Ning Jiang comes through with a Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater. Take a look as he crossed up, Doogie, and then comes through with the scoop shot. That man's first step is lightning quick. And Ning Jiang brings Liman the victory here on the Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater. They beat Ulaanbaatar 21-20 in an incredible game. And final score again in this one, 21-20. And while you guys get a good look at these highlights, we are going to step off for just a little bit as the opening ceremony is coming up here. We're going to be live again here at 7:50, so take a good look at these highlights. We will be right back with you. Don't go anywhere.